Good morning, and we are about to pull in Kirkwall. See our pilot boat going back ashore over here. It's already dropped off our our pilot, and can see the countryside of Kirkwall. More importantly, we could smell the countryside of Kirkwall from out here. It's a heavy manure smell coming out to sea. So yep, Kirkwall, sights and smells. I see some old buildings over on the side. Not sure what those old buildings are. Maybe I can look in the binoculars and see a little more. But right now it's just rural countryside. Not sure where the city is. We're not due to be in the city for another hour or so. So we may get a little walk around and get some exercise before getting off the city. Yep, first sights of the Orkney Islands. So this is the islands way to the north of Britain. So you can see where that the island falls off right there. But it's a chain, I think they said, of 70 islands. Some are inhabited, some are uninhabited. All part of Great Britain or the UK.
And the map gives you a little idea of where the Orkney Islands are. They're in the far north side of Scotland.
We are slowly pulling into port. You can see all the buses are lining up. And well, the locals will probably be out there selling some tours also. See a welcome to Orkney building. But you can see one of the things that's over here is a flag that's flying. It's not a UK flag, that's a Scottish flag. This is Scotland, so they're flying their own flag today. Slowly pulling over there though, ever so slightly. See all the windmills and the sheep off in the distance, cows. So the first thing that you, whenever you open up the door, the first thing that hits you is a smell. There's a lot of cow and sheep manure that's in the air. Looking off over on the other side, see a nice little fish farm over here. Do a little fish farming. But the whole countryside, see no trees anywhere. A few little bushes over here, but no big trees. And this whole area is peat bog, is what they used to use for fuel. So no trees for fuel. They had peat bog, and that's what they make the scotch with. And we are getting off the ship with no plans at all, but we're going to see what we can find. Hello! We got your picture too. Yeah.
And the bus you see us getting on is a shuttle bus to the city center. There we hope to find something around town possibly, but we found better than we expected. A tour offered through the city of the attractions around the area.
You do that well?
Yeah. Welcome to Kirkwall.
Thank you, ma'am. So the tourist shuttle bus drops you off right here. And there's a tourist information right next to it. And you'll see this Welcome to Kirkwall sign. And inside there is the ticket station for the buses. If you want to buy a tour of Kirkwall going out to the ancient sites, you can buy it right inside this building. And it's $26 or 26 pounds per person. So about $30, as opposed to the $100 and some odd through the ship. So it's a whole lot cheaper to buy it right here in the center of town rather than buy it through the ship. And you can see right here, this is exactly where the shuttle bus stops at for the cruise. So a whole lot better bargain to buy it right here instead of through the cruise line, and save yourself about 80%. So the city bus that you'll take is a T11. That's the one that you'll want to buy the tickets for. And it's just a regular city bus. You see it holds a good many folks, as you can see in the back also. There's a whole lot of people in the back of the bus. it kind of slopes up some to get a little bit better view. But every seat in the house is a good view. So if you look out, you'll see a bunch of sheep out here. And each sheep has a number on it. And that makes it easy to count sheep, I suppose. Of course, I'd fall asleep trying to count them. But if you needed, the numbers are written on the side of the sheep. And that is more of the numbered sheep. Give you a look through the countryside. Everything is nice and green out here.
Of course, he knew that family. They couldn't but it was always going to be.
It's a Scapa Flow. To the left, where the oil tankers are, and the allocation rigs and the fishing nets and everything, that is Scapa Flow, which is where the British High Seas Fleet was stored during World War I and World War II. If you look all the way over towards the village over there, where Barrier 1 is, because the barriers are numbered in order from town to over there, which is 1, 2, 3 and 4, which 4 is over back where we just came. Captain of U-47, I believe in 1941, sailed through that bit of passage between where Barrier 1 is, through the mines, through the sunken ships, through everything, to sink the British capital ship at the time, HMS Royal Oak, which sits just, I don't know if there's not a very good way landmark of describing it, but it's sort of that way, and I do sort of go past, when I go out towards Stromness, when I'm over on that side of the island, if you look this way, you can't obviously see it because it's sitting on the bottom of the ocean floor.
Yeah.
But it is there, and after that, that's why they consulted in the building of the barriers, because the barriers do.
Our next stop takes us to the town of Stromness.
So we're going to try one of the little local sodas. Iron Brew. This is a English cold drink, kind of like Coca-Cola. See what it tastes like. Not bad. Kind of tastes a little bit like orange bubble gum. Kind of tastes like orange bubble gum. Yeah, give it a thumbs up. So this is the downtown area of Stromness on the tour. We're at the local harbor. Looks like there's a few things to look at down here. We only have about 15 minutes to look around. So not a long time. But we'll walk around, see what all there is around here. And downtown Stromness. And then back on the boat. And little historic sites coming up. One of the famous people of this area is Dr. John Ray, who helped discover the Northwest Passage. Come around and see him from the side with his gun. A double-barrel flint gun. Pretty historic looking buildings around town there. Love if I were going to be staying here. Thinking that's the hotel I would be staying at. That looks old. That would be me.
We didn't have a whole lot of time at this stop, but we did manage to find a little local store that made local-made snacks at this stop that we'll try on the bus.
Okay, we're going to try snacks on a bus with this little snack. We tried some of the other stuff, the Iron Brew. This one we're going to try. I'll get one also.
No.
Uh-oh.
No.
I got to try it.
No. No.
Oh. Oh. There's nowhere to fit.
That's a big no.
That's a big no.
You want the other hand?
No, I want it. That's nasty.
Our next stop is the Rings of Brodgar. This area is definitely ancient. It was built back between 4,400 and 4,600 years ago. And it's kind of like a Stonehenge, a big pile of rocks assembled in a circle. So, ancient ruins. The wind here is blowing extremely hard. I'm trying to cover the mic to block some of the wind, but to no avail. The wind is just that hard. And of course, as we're walking around looking at the Rings of Brodgar, we also notice some other little critters hopping around in the fields next to us. It's rabbits. Hundreds and hundreds of rabbits scattered throughout the field. There's a park ranger there. We happened to ask him, why so many rabbits? He says that they were brought over and are populating the area, and there's no predators to kill the rabbits. So the rabbits are out in the fields breeding like rabbits and multiplying by huge numbers. So all through here were little rabbits hopping around, kind of distracting us from the 4,600-year-old pile of rocks that we were walking around, the Rings of Brodgar. So yeah, a whole lot to see in this little area. But then you'll see in just a second, I try to record just a little bit of sound here, but the wind kind of blows it out. But I'll try it, give it my best shot, and I'll try to filter it a little bit with software to try to hear my voice somewhat.
And this is probably the best viewpoint for our right amongst the stones, with the background off in the distance. It is a lot of wind here. I think it's time for a selfie at this spot.
It's selfie time, Rings of Brodgar edition.
And this is a Scotland. Big harbor or bay right here. Not sure if it goes all the way out to the ocean or not. But there are a bunch of little boats around here, all tied up to the blocks. I was looking to see if they had some of the, they call it cotton, but it's like bog cotton, they called it, because it was in a boggy area. But whenever I got out here, I thought of something else as a souvenir. As you know, I'm Scot, and this is Scotland. So right here is all part of Scotland. So this will be my souvenir of Scotland. A little piece of Scots land.
I ended up leaving the bog cotton, not wanting to get stopped at the airport. And we also hoped to pet a cow, a Highland cow, but no such luck. So we'll have to come back again next year.
And now one of the things we came here to look for, the old church. I think this one dates back to the 1100s also. We'll put a little write-up in the, wherever that we put out the video. We'll go see if it's open. But it's an awesome looking church from this far out. So we're going to walk through the graveyard at the church. Usually they can get an idea of how old a church is by looking at the tombstones. Some of these are extremely old because you can't make out anything from them. The back side of the church. Old church. And across the street is the, I forgot what it was called, but it was talked about online, like a bishop's house is on the other side of the street. But it's in ruins after a rebellion. Some of these graves we could read, and they're fairly new. This one, 1914. So that's a fairly new grave. Walking through the doors of St. Magnus Cathedral.
And I've sped up the walking through the church. You know I love walking around in there, and we took more time afterward. But if you listen in the background, the song that I'm playing is from Psalms 136. Yes, it's taken straight from the Bible.
His love endures forever. He does great wonders. His love endures forever. He spread the earth out. His love endures forever. Upon the waters, His love endures forever. Praise be to the King of Kings and to the Lord of Lords. Praise be to the God of gods forevermore. He made the great lights. His love endures forever. The sun and moon shine. His love endures forever. He hung the stars up. His love endures forever. The night to govern. His love endures forever. Praise be to the King of Kings and to the Lord of Lords. Praise be to the God of gods forevermore. He brought you Israel. His love endures forever. All through the Red Sea, His love endures forever. He swept up Pharaoh. His love endures forever. And his army, His love endures forever. Praise be to the God of gods forevermore. Does He love me? His love endures forever. Will He love me?
And as we leave the cathedral, if you have any information that you need from the cathedral, click on the link in the upper right corner. That'll bring you directly to their page. They have all kinds of information there and the tour of the cathedral if you're looking for it. And as we go back out into town, well, there's a whole lot more stuff to look at here. Kirkwall is also known for their wool and their whiskey, and that's what we're going to be getting into next.
A whole lot of whiskey here. Different types, different prices. And then toward the bottom, gins. Apparently gin is the big thing here also. But this one, Highland Park and Scapa, I think are the two biggest ones. And there's J. Crow, or Row. And all the sheep that we saw supplied the ingredients to all these sweaters. But if you look, like this sweater, 182 euro or pounds, which is about $225. So they're not cheap. They're proud of their sweaters. And I think we're going to make a purchase. This one has the Highland cows on it, some little earrings. So something to remember Orkney from. Now we can say we saw a puffin. Stuffed puffin. And if he was a little taller, I would reach down and hug him.
Yeah, I can't let him get by without a big hug.
And the flags that we saw earlier were the Orkney flags. So Orkney has its own flag.
And our next stop is the Highland Park Distillery, where we buy a flight of whiskey. And don't be surprised, we don't drink really whiskey at all, but we were looking for the experience.
So we're at Highland Park, the distillery, the store of it. So we're trying a little tasting of 3 different types of liquor. This is the first one that we have, which is 12-year-old. So we'll try the 12-year-old, and they have little eyedroppers in case we want to dilute it with water. We might be diluting. So we're going to taste it. I'm going to try it without diluting it first. Not as bad as I thought. It's strong. I'm not a whiskey drinker either, but we're trying it. Just a little taste. $15, like I say. Rich fruit cake, water, winter spices. Okay. Pretty good though. See what it tastes like with a dropper of water in it. See if that makes a difference, an eyedropper of water. Nope, still strong. Want to taste more?
I don't think so.
Yep, it's still strong, but I ain't wasting it. 15 pounds.
Remember, we haven't eaten anything today.
We haven't eaten anything, you're right. So that was the 12-year-old. Next we have 15-year-old. So we'll see what the 44% alcohol tastes like in a 15-year-old.
It's a good thing they just give you a little bit.
Let me get a little sample of water to wash the other one down. They don't look good.
My sinuses are open. That's the one good thing.
That one's better than the 12. Yeah, 15 is better than 12. It's a lot less. But it's still...
toasted cinnamon shards.
Yeah.
Peat smoke, warm vanilla sponge cake. Sun-kissed lemon zest, fresh pineapple.
Yeah, that one's better than the other one. Let's see if it makes a difference with the eyedropper of water in this one. So we'll put the dropper in.
I like this little room.
Yeah, we like the fine, high-class people drinking wine.
Got a little private room. Kind of nice.
Want to try it with the water? Okay. Just me then.
Yep.
So 15-year is better, definitely better than 12-year. Next is the high-class stuff. This is the 18-year-old stuff. So, yeah, 18 years old. We'll see what this says. Whoa, dark chocolate, toffee, and Mars. I don't know what that is. Aromatic peat smoke. Be first. No?
No.
Ooh. Yeah. That hits the back of your throat. That one's a strong one. Good Lord. Maybe this is meant to sip.
Yeah. I think you can shoot it.
Yeah, that's strong. The 15-year-old is better than this one. Let's see what happens if we dilute this one.
15-year-old the best.
Yeah, so far the 15 is the best. Yeah, we're deleting this one
I'm
now.
sure we're like breaking some kind of law.
We'll do like the fine wines. We'll sip and sniff it. It smells like liquor. I don't know what this smell like.
That's probably against Scottish tradition. Putting water.
It might be,
dilute it.
but it's strong.
Stick with the water.
It's better if you dilute it.
Very happy.
Want to try it if you dilute it?
It's not going to be any different.
It's not really a whole lot of difference, but it's a little bit better. This is better than that candy that we had. That was nasty. This is at least drinkable. One little sip left.
Okay, go for it.
Down the hatch. Yep, need that.
And we were going to buy a bottle of whiskey just to bring back for some of our friends back home. But as you could see by these prices, even the cheap stuff is expensive. All these prices are in British pounds, so you have to add about 125%, so about 25% more to equal US dollars. So instead, we went down the road to a local distillery and bought something there. And the lady at the bar is from the Orkney Distillery. She gave us a sample and we bought something there.
Okay, welcome to the Orkney Distillery in Kirkwall. Hope you had a great day and enjoy your whiskey.
So the last shuttle back was 4 o'clock. And we're at 3:30. So we have plenty of time to get back. And we made a purchase. We purchased some Orkney Scotch from the distillery. So we'll see what it tastes like. We took a little sample of it. It would taste about like the others.
And when we arrived back at the ship, there was an all-out Scottish dance party going on. And our cruise director, Gary, he's from the area, so he knows everybody in town. It was time to load up and say goodbye to Kirkwall, but the workers at the dock, they had other plans for us.
saying goodbye as we cast off from Orkney. Next stop, end of the cruise at Dover. But first, one more sea day. A Scottish castle right in front of us. I'll take a few pictures with the other camera to give you a little bit better view of it. But a castle, who'd have thought?
And as we sail away, it's always good to have a good pair of binoculars and a good camera to catch some of the pictures as we go by. Excellent viewing as we sail out of Kirkwall. And of course, as soon as we get out, it's time for dinner. And for tonight's dinner, we had a total different group of servers. First time having these guys.
Now looking through the dining room, now I kind of see what it's like being a bug in a grapevine. All the grapes are up on the ceiling and hanging down from the middle. And we're a little bug crawling around in the grapevine. But at least we have plenty to eat, so that's always good.
And for dinner tonight, remember I deleted the menus, but Cheryl had the French onion soup, and you guessed it, I had Caesar salad every night, Caesar salad. And then I also had stuffed mushrooms, so that was something a little different, and they were good. And for entrees, Cheryl had the chicken parmesan. She liked that also. And I had the beef tips with vegetables, also very good. And for dessert, no idea what she had. Without the menu, couldn't make this one out. And I know I had the warm chocolate melting cake with just one ice cream. And after dinner, I sat outside and watched land fade off in the distance.
One of the things that you always hear about is the oil wells in the North Sea. Well, that is a couple of them. Way off in the distance. Looks like a drill rig and a production rig and a transport. So several oil production rigs all in one area. Don't know how much oil that they're producing, but you got to be pretty good to finance all that. I'll take a picture of it a little bit closer with the other camera, that way you can see all the activity going on.
And here is all the oil wells and production vessels. And as luck would have it, I took another picture right after this, and you could see at the end of the rainbow is where all the oil wells are. So you must be making some money. And after this trip, well, England, Scotland, Ireland, they all have a lot to offer. So we decided we're coming back again next year. So wait till next year before we show you some more videos of the area. And hopefully you enjoyed tonight's video. And as always, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.